I apologize for this video being kinda late because this news, I guess, if you want to call it that, came out yesterday, but I figured better late than never. I really want to talk about this. So, before anything happened yesterday, it already seemed like there was a very strong chance we could see Jack Eichel traded eventually out of the Buffalo Sabres organization, but now it seems inevitable that Jack Eichel is going to get traded before his contract is up. If I had to put money on if Jack Eichel will or won't be traded, I would say he probably will. If you're not sure what I'm referring to here or why I'm saying all this, the Buffalo Sabres exit interviews were yesterday, where pretty much every single player on the team had an interview with the media, and Jack Eichel's was especially interesting. There were some quotes from Jack Eichel that if I were a Sabres fan, I would be pretty angry about and pretty worried about, and it's not like I'd be angry at Jack Eichel here, I'd be angry at the Buffalo Sabres. So this isn't going to be too long of a video. I kind of just wanted to go over some of the more interesting quotes made by Jack Eichel and give you guys my thoughts real quickly. If you guys enjoy these news/discussion videos, then be sure to leave this video a like. That is the best way to show your support. And most importantly, if this is your first time checking out the channel and you want more NHL content just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and now let's begin. The first comments I want to talk about here are in regards to Jack Eichel's injury. As I'm sure most of you know, he missed the final 33 games of the Sabres season due to a herniated disc in his neck, and here are some things Eichel had to say about how his injury has been handled. For sure, I would say I've been a bit upset about the way things have been handled since I've been hurt. I would be lying to say that things have moved smoothly since my injury. So yeah, I think there's been a bit of a disconnect, I think, from the organization and myself. It's been tough at times. He went on to give some more details about the disconnect between himself and the organization. I don't just want to read off all of his quotes here, but basically the gist of what's going on is Jack Eichel and his camp want to go about his injury treatment a different way than the Sabres want to go about things. And one of the reporters in the interview asked Jack Eichel, well, why don't you just do what you want to do? It's your body. And Eichel's response, well, I'm just going to play the clip because I feel like me telling you guys what he said wouldn't do it justice. You can just see how frustrated he is when answering this question.
Why don't you just do what you would like to do? It's your body. It's your decision with a
doesn't
doctor.
Doesn't work like that, Paul.
Is it because of a contract?
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. I wish. I mean, yeah, you can't. I guess that's you hit the nail on the head there. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm under contract with this team, and they definitely hold a lot of cards on what I can and can't do.
Pretty crazy, right? You can really see how frustrated Jack Eichel is, his facial expressions, how he responds to the question, and to me it's pretty insane that the Buffalo Sabres are doing this, that they aren't allowing Jack Eichel to do what he wants when it pertains to his injury here, especially when you consider that this is a guy in Jack Eichel who was already disgruntled before this whole injury situation because of how bad the Buffalo Sabres have been ever since Eichel has been drafted and how poorly run the organization has been. You would think that the Sabres would be doing anything in their power to keep their superstar, their captain, Jack Eichel, happy. It really seems like the Buffalo Sabres are doing the opposite here. I just don't understand their thought process. So that's kind of what's going on when it comes to Jack Eichel's injury and the disconnect between himself and the Sabres organization, but there's more that I want to talk about here, and that is in regards to Jack Eichel's future with the Buffalo Sabres. Is he going to demand a trade or request a trade? One of the quotes that I found most interesting, Jack Eichel said, there has been a bit of a disconnect between the organization and myself. I want to be healthy to play hockey next year, wherever that may be. And then one of the reporters just straight up asked if Jack Eichel wanted out of the organization, and Jack Eichel kind of beat around the bush as you would expect. He didn't say yes, but he also didn't say no. He said, I guess we'll see what happens. I think there's a lot to that question. So this exit interview has obviously ignited the Jack Eichel trade rumors flame once again, and before it was kind of just about the losing, right? Buffalo being awful pretty much every year, not making the playoffs a single season with Jack Eichel yet, and now it's, well, of course, the losing still, but on top of that, there's this whole injury ordeal. I'll be honest, I feel really bad for Jack Eichel. I feel really bad for Buffalo Sabres fans. It just seems like it's never going to work. And I'm talking about Eichel in Buffalo and them being a successful team here in the next, 3-4 years or something like that. If I were Jack Eichel and I was in his position, I would 1000% be asking for a trade. I would want out of that organization. If that is what ends up happening and Eichel does request a trade, I don't think any Buffalo Sabres fans should be angry with Jack Eichel. Obviously, you're going to be upset, but I think that anger should be more so directed to the Sabres front office and ownership. It really has been just a complete disaster and nightmare of a season in Buffalo, and it seems like things are only getting worse. Like, there's no rock bottom when it comes to this team. But that is pretty much going to do it for this quick news/discussion video. Those were my thoughts on everything going on right now between Eichel and the Buffalo Sabres. I'm really interested to see what happens. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting offseason. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think though, so be sure to leave all your thoughts on this topic down below in the comment section. Do you think Jack Eichel should request a trade? Do you think he is going to get traded over the offseason? Like I said at the start of the video, it seems inevitable at this point. So once again, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please be sure to leave it a like. That is the best way to show your support. And most importantly, if this was your first time checking out the channel and you want more NHL content just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you all in the next video.